Have you ever fired off a text when you were angry, hit send, and then felt that pit in your stomach a few hours later? In that split second, pressing send felt like the only logical response. It's a common experience. The urgency of the present makes a poor choice feel perfectly rational while we're making it. This animation shows how our brains are wired. Early ancestors survived by focusing entirely on immediate threats, like predators or immediate meals. The distant future didn't matter. That intense present focus was brilliant engineering, keeping people alive for thousands of generations. But our environment changed faster than our biology. Today, reacting only to what feels urgent right now is the easiest way to ruin a career, drain a bank account, or damage a relationship. You see this glitch happen when you stay up until 2 a.m. scrolling through videos. The immediate entertainment feels great, but your brain ignores the reality of being exhausted for a big presentation the next morning. In 1720, this exact biological shortcut triggered a financial disaster that wiped out the savings of an entire nation in under 12 months. Short-term thinking is a biological default setting, a survival reflex that hasn't caught up to our modern world. To make better decisions, we have to learn how to actively override it. We can see the power of this reflex by looking at London in 1720. A man named John Blunt launched a plan to turn millions in government debt into shares of his own business, the South Sea Company. People could buy official documents, like this investment paper from the era, offering them a piece of the company's future. This graph shows what happened next. The stock price started at £100, but as rumors of instant wealth spread, it doubled. Then it hit 500, then 1,000. Suddenly, everyone from fishmongers to soldiers was pouring their life savings in to buy shares. With all that excitement driving the price higher, people stopped asking basic questions. Nobody bothered to check what the South Sea Company actually made or sold. They just saw everyone around them getting rich and wanted in. But a company cannot run on excitement forever. Once a few observant investors noticed the business itself was empty and sold their shares, the whole illusion collapsed, leaving thousands of families with nothing. Even one of the smartest people alive got pulled in. Isaac Newton lost the modern equivalent of $4 million in the crash. He later admitted that he could calculate the motions of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. The people who lost everything weren't foolish, but surrounded by an excited crowd, their biology locked onto the immediate gain, making a terrible long-term choice feel completely logical in the heat of the moment. To fight this, author Robert Greene suggests a helpful mental image. Imagine you are standing in a dense forest at the bottom of a mountain. Down here in the trees, your vision is blocked. You can only see a few feet ahead of you, so you end up reacting to every snapping twig or fallen log right in your path. Before you make a move, you need to mentally climb. Up at the summit, the obstacles vanish. You can see the whole terrain, where the paths lead, and exactly how far you need to go. Gaining elevation is the cure for short-sightedness. If you want to make better choices than the crowd, you have to look further down the path than they do. To actually do that in your daily life, you can use 4 simple rules to force your brain to look past the immediate moment. Rule 1 is to create distance. When you feel a surge of anger or excitement and want to act right away, just stop. Give yourself a strict policy to never make a major choice when your emotions are running high. Wait a day, let the feeling fade, and then decide. Rule 2 is to dig deeper. The first, most obvious explanation for a problem is rarely the whole story. Ask yourself what the situation will look like 6 months from now, or even 3 years down the line, before you respond. Rule 3 is to look for trends instead of reacting to isolated events. This chart shows how daily events jump around wildly. If you react to every spike, you'll be exhausted, but watching the smooth line underneath reveals the actual direction things are moving. Rule 4 is the final check. Before you act, ask yourself one question. Does this specific choice move me closer to where I want to be in 5 years, or does it just provide immediate relief? Choices you will later regret fail the 5-year test instantly, and the choices that build a better future pass it easily. You need these rules because focusing on the short term is highly contagious. When everyone around you is panicking about a piece of news or rushing to buy the next big thing, their frantic energy will actively pull you into the present moment with them. When you feel that pressure, The strongest thing you can do isn't to shout louder or push back. The best move is to simply stop, step away, and get completely quiet. While everyone else is lost in the chaos, you can ask yourself the one question they are ignoring. Where does this actually lead? Holding on to that single question in a room full of people who are only looking at what is right in front of them gives you an incredible advantage. Because while the rest of the world is stuck reacting to whatever is happening today, the person who trains themselves to see the future wins.